It's going down, baby, and you already know what up, though. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Hey, hey. Spaceship Oasis and Lady Teddy Rock. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? It's the Wild Out Radio Show. Spaceship Oasis, man, already know what up, though. What up, though? You know what's going down. Lady J Rock playing hits from the underground. Hey, what up, though? Yeah.
What up, though? It's your boy. It's your boy. Go up, see Spaceship Oasis, the Incredible. Back for another edition. The Wild Out Radio. Straight talk with Spaceship. I know y'all are expecting the super duper Sunday music review show. And I promise we're going to get back to that as soon as J Rock can return. Y'all just keep her in y'all prayers. I went and saw her yesterday. What up, Pimp Say? What's up, my brother? I went and saw her yesterday. She is in good spirits, but it's life. What she's going through is life. And one thing I can't do is rush the process. This station is not worth it. Our friendship is not worth it. I will never be so selfish to say, hey, we got to do the review show. Well, I'm going to do the review show. I did tell her we're going to do a DJ review show. I can probably pull that off without her. And if she decides to pop in, that'd be awesome because that's for DJ. So I probably will do a DJ review show, but we're not reviewing any new music until J Rock returns. If that means we don't review any more songs this year, I am fine with that. Not really, but I have to be. You know, I'm just sharing it. Y'all sharing the show because I'm sharing the show right now. I'm sharing the show right now. Please share the show, like the show, love the show. Shout out to all those that support the channel. You know, I put that down at the ticker at the bottom. And I'm not ever really sure, like, you know, if people gonna help or donate, because we got like this shit costs to do this. It definitely costs. So for y'all that do support and show your love, I definitely so much appreciate y'all. I so much appreciate y'all. It means a lot to us. I just put up another show. Who you mad at? So check that out because I'm doing straight talks. I'm keeping them going. I'm keeping them popping. Hey, Lita Lee, I'm gonna keep them popping. I'm gonna keep them going. So hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm here. You know, so you know, I just wanna make sure we keep our pulse on the city. And like I said, I saw her yesterday, and she's well. You know, she's in her mode. You know, and we just want to keep her in our prayers. So, with that being said, it's getting harder for me to actually have topics to talk about. It's a lot of topics I can talk about, but I want to make sure that they are relevant to things and situations I see people going through. Now, this is the crazy part about this, right? I mentioned a lot of these topics come from my own experiences and things I have to reflect on my life about. But I get people that hit me up or reach out to us in the inbox or the email or whatever the case may be, and they take my opinions personal, or they take it as if I'm pointing my finger at them. I don't create any topic with a specific person in mind. Like I said, for the most part, a lot of these topics that I create come from things that I've went through in life or I've dealt with, or experiences I've heard about or see, or just it just clicks, and I say, okay, let me do something. Like today, episode 38. Episode 38. This is season 3, episode 8. Um, um, this one is called That Green Old Grass. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I talk about that green old grass? Hey, free to free, what up, though? A lot of times in life and in circumstances, we are so quick to remove ourselves from certain situations. We're so quick to change our dynamic in life because um we think that things are going to be better on that side, whether it's a job, whether it's relationships, friendships, um, a lot of things, right? And that green old grass sometimes don't even be grass. What up, Quarter? What's up, brother? What's up, Karen with a C? That's my love right there. Shout out to everybody. Just hit the like, man. Share. Just say what's up to me. Let me know y'all in here. But what I come to you today is say, sometimes you need to stay on your grass. You go right there, support the channel right there. You know what I'm saying? You can pin right there at the bottom, support the channel. That's that good old Cash App. I ain't gonna put all the PayPals and all those. You can just hit the Cash App. But that good old grass don't even be grass, right? That good old grass is usually be sod, right? That grass don't be, thank you so much. That grass isn't what's up, SK? That grass don't really, it look good from that other side of that fence. But there's two things you got to remember. A, that grass may not be the grass you need to survive. And B, you don't know what they did to make their grass look like that. So many times in our life, we compare ourselves to what we see, whether that's entertainers, whether that's people on social media, whether that's a friend, a coworker. We don't know what it took for them. See, the problem ain't the grass. Especially with this term, right? We use this term, the grass ain't green on the other side. The problem ain't the grass. The problem is that you're not doing what you need to do to cultivate the grass on your side. We be so worried about why they grass look like that. Why they grass? What up, J. Rock Obama? Shout out to my bro. He killed it last week. Oh my God. But we so busy worried about what is going on that side, what they are doing on that side. Why do they have this beautiful grass with these nice flowers, and they have parties in their grass, and they have fun in their grass, and the bugs don't seem like they over in their grass? And look at my grass. The term, the grass ain't always greener, it invokes the spirit of, I need something better than what I have. I want something better than, and I was disappointed that it wasn't. The problem is, a lot of times you don't need something better. What you need to do is get yourself together. I was talking to somebody last night. I was talking to my cousin. He came through last night. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to my cousin, and he was talking about one of his coworkers or somebody at his job had got fired 3 times. At what point? And I was talking to him, referring to the last episode, Who You Mad At? But every time he got fired or he quit, he thought, oh, I could find something better. I can do something better. And then he realized, I'm going right back to where I was. I'm doing right back to where I was. We in these jobs, and me in education, let me tell you, education is one of the most depressing jobs, because teachers are excited until that first day of school, then they ready to go. And with us, it's so much shit that goes on. You're right, Alita. Grass may be greener, but they're dealing with a whole different form of shit, whole different type of fertilizer over there. And you know, you hear so many teachers that's ready to quit, or in the education field, so much shit changes. Things are changing every day, different processes, different norms, different things they want to try, and it's frustrating. And people think, oh, if I leave this district and go to this other district, I'm not going to have these same problems. You are correct. You may not have them same problems. You may have a different problem. Then you coming back to the district. The district I'm in is one of the highest paying districts in the state, right? And for the most part, most people come to that district for the money. Then when they realize the money ain't what that is, or the money becomes the least thing that makes you happy. Right? I don't care about the money. I want to be happy. But this is the line of work we're in. So wherever you go, we're always, and this is what I have to keep in mind about myself. My job is to service kids. And when we think about grass being greener in every aspect, and I'm going to get to the other aspects, who or what are we servicing? Who and what are we competing with? Who or what are we doing to make sure that our grass, we've done everything we want to do on this grass. So even when I'm at the schoolhouse and I'm working, I always keep in mind, like, I can always work harder. I can always do more. I can always do better. I'm always focused on my job and trying to be, and I've told y'all this before, as a black man in education, especially in admin, I am very paranoid about losing my job or not, or being the person who doesn't have their shit together. So I feel like I'm working harder than most people, because I don't ever want to go in those meetings and not have my shit together. And I don't usually, when I get to a place of a job or something like this one, and even my last one before I came to this new job, I wasn't going to leave just for the sake of leaving. I wasn't going to leave that school because, oh, I don't like my principal, or oh, I don't like this person, or oh, this, because I know that the grass is not always greener on the other side. I might go to another school. I might go to another district. That does not mean that I'm going to have the happiness or the relationships that I've built here. I left because I got a promotion. Now, if that's the reason why you're moving places and things, that's fine. But if you're just moving, like, I know people who move jobs every 6 months. That's weirdo behavior to me. And more than just weirdo behavior, that's a character flaw. That is a character flaw. That's why jobs want to know about your job history. If I look at your employment history and you got gaps, or you have left jobs every 6 to 8 months for whether getting fired, whether quitting, I'm not going to want to hire you. I'm not going to want to put you in a place where I want you to be in my job. You feel me? I know people that finally that move on from jobs, but they've done all that they can do there. They've extended all of their options. They've hit their peak. My cousin, she is going to a new job, I think next week. She's been at her job for X amount of years, though. Now they finally need her. And those type of people, I'm not going to sit here and say, no, you need to stay at your job. You've been there X amount of years. You've seen no growth. You've seen where you cap at. You've seen how important you are to the job and how much they don't value you. Go somewhere else where you're going to get value, by all means. But you motherfuckers, all y'all do is talk about how much you hate your job. I saw somebody on Facebook talking about, oh my God, I got to be on the phones all day at work. And I'm like, ain't that your job though? Stop complaining, because you never know who see that shit. Don't be complaining on social media. Be grateful. And even if you are grateful for your job, you got to watch the words you spew out your mouth, because people will see that and you will start feeling that way. So when you want to quit your job every day, when you hate your job every day, it's going to come back to bite you. You have to cultivate your grass. You have to make sure your lawn is straight. The grass is not always greener. In this entertainment life, I see these rappers. I've seen niggas get with so many different cliques. I be giggling. And y'all know I don't believe men need to giggle. I don't believe men should giggle. But I be seeing crews and cliques because you think, oh, they gonna get me here. Oh, they gonna get me here. Oh, they gonna get me here. Instead of standing firm on your grass and watering your lawn, building your brand, building your base, getting your experience. Over there, that grass ain't that green. That grass, I learned a long time ago. Some grass be sod. Some grass be astroturf. It's going to always stay green, but it's not solid. It'll come up. It'll mess up it'll give you injuries. It'll hurt you. That green old grass over there ain't for you. This my house. My grass over here. My grass over here at this house. I'm not finna go staying in their grass. I'm not finna go over there and destroy their grass. People, let me tell you something. A lot of people don't want you over there at their grass. You go to this new job, and I see sports, athletes, they go over to another team because they think they're going to win a championship. And what happens? What happened to Karl Malone and Gary Payton? What happened to the Redskins for many, many years? These teams, these players be trying to chase rings because they think the grass is greener. No. No. My drink is splashing on my mustache, y'all. You got to pay attention to what you're doing on your side of the yard. You got to be responsible for what your side. You can't keep comparing your grass to everybody else. You got friends. You got true friends that you compete with. That you compete with. You compare yourself to. You want to live their life. Who was I talking to today? Tony Snow. Shout out to my bro, Tony Snow. Y'all check us out, the Oh You Didn't Snow Wrestling podcast each and every weekend. I was talking to Tony Snow today. And I was talking to A. Sinatra. Shout out to A. Sinatra. Shout out to T. Laffy at the Remedy in the building. Y'all make sure y'all check out the Remedy. For real, for real, for real. And I say, I went from being a rapper to a MC to a host. And there's been plenty of times where I always thought, what would have happened if I didn't host and I just pushed my music? What would have happened if I would have cultivated my music instead of trying to help other artists? When me and J-Rock do shows, I usually go first. Why do I go first? I'd rather break the ice, give people more time to come in, let people see how to perform. If I cared about my music, I would go at the peak time, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, when everybody in that bit. I don't be caring because my grass over here needs to be. My grass is the hosting right now. My grass ain't the hip hop. My grass ain't the performing. If a nigga want me to ski on him, by all means I will. Friday night I went to DFW pop-up with my bro Dirt. I hosted with him. I did not perform. Everybody was like, you skiing tonight? No, that wasn't what it was. That wasn't what it was. That wasn't what it was. So many times we look at what other people doing. Even artists, we be at shows. Niggas don't want to perform. Then when the crowd get buzzing, all right, man, how many more to me? This not your grass now, bro. You stay over there at your grass. Now you want to dip over here in this mix. And the grass I'm talking about is the mix where everybody start jamming and feeling. Now you want to step in. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You see rappers with this on, you want to wear this. You see rappers with that, you want to have that. You see rappers doing this, you want to do this. I hate the word hate, but I'm not scared to use the word hate. I hate when I see people emulating and copying other people's creativity. And I know everything is copied. I know a lot of things is refurbished, but it bothers my spirit when I see somebody over in the lane doing their thing, making it happen. Then boom, somebody else pop up and try to do that same thing. and undercut them. Now, there's a Burger King. I know. There's a Popeyes. I know. But a lot of times what I'm seeing now, it doesn't seem like this is something I'm creating. This is something I want to do. This is something I see somebody making money off of and I can do it better. You're taking other people's ideas. You're trying to emulate what other people are doing. And that, my friend, is so not cool. So not cool. When you see your people doing something, you should just be happy that their grass is green. Okay, girl, I see how your grass is. I'm going to get mine like that too. All right, my bro, I see your grass over there growing. Yeah, watch this. That should be the competition. The competition shouldn't be, I'm going to come over to your grass too and take credit for it. I'm going to come over here and do this. See, when we talk about the grass ain't greener, we just talk about a situational thing. Like a job or a relationship, and I'm gonna get to that. But what I'm talking about is just your life. I learned I'm not a drug dealer. I am not a drug dealer. I don't want to sell drugs. I don't have the craving. I got something in my eye, y'all. So if y'all see me wiping my eye, please forgive me. I don't want to. That's not my lane. That's not my grass over there. I'm not out here looking like, oh man, these drug dealers still making so much money. Ooh, if I made that much money, ooh, no. Drug dealers go drug deal. I'm an educator. I'm gonna go educate. I'm a podcaster. I get offended. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't get offended by people doing podcasts, radio shows, DJing, hosting, none of that. I get offended because y'all suck at that shit and y'all don't ask people who actually do it how to do it. That's what's offensive, because then people can, if a 5-star restaurant sold Vienna sausage, people are going to give a Yelp review or something on that Vienna sausage meal. When you're a DJ and you're out here DJing garbage, or you're a host and you don't know how to host. I've been to so many places and the host, you can't even hear the host talk on the microphone. What the fuck you hosting for? You are the MC. You listen. I was at work and we was at a professional development, and one of my bosses tried to give me the mic. I said, I don't need no mic. They don't know exactly what I do, but I don't need no mic. I am an MC. This is what I do. I don't talk loud because I'm just a loud talker. I talk loud because I'm a professional talker. I work hard on this. I pay attention to this. I go through this. I look at this. When I see people coming over to this grass, yes, it'll fit. Get off my lawn. You ain't ready for this lawn. You ain't ready for this lawn. You don't know what it takes to make this grass grow and to make this grass look good. That's why your grass look all beat up, dry, dusty, got trash in it. Don't make my lawn look like that. But we so caught up in trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to do what somebody else do, trying to be in this lane. Let's focus on I am Stanley from Friday, bro. Could you please? Excuse me. I got to stop laughing and smoking. Could you please stay off my lawn? Stay off my lawn. I will show you how to make your lawn good too. Like, think about it, J-Rock. How many niggas do you hear try to rap like you? How many niggas do you hear try to rap like Best Show? Give me my lawn. I work hard to be on my lawn. I see people leaving friendships. Because you too worried about my grass. You see my life good. Now you want to emulate my life. Don't do that. I don't need J-Rock to become a teacher. They can't. That's why that grass ain't green. That's why that grass look the way they grass look. So they want to come over to your grass. They want to come over to your lawn. I don't need J-Rock to be a teacher. I don't, listen, I play music. I do Zoom parties, or I used to. But one thing I always said, I am not the DJ. J-Rock can go to the bathroom and say, "Ship, when that song go out, you can play something." And I'll pick some song. But even when I pick songs, I just try to fade them hoes in and out so it can sound smooth. I ain't up there trying to DJ like J-Rock. I ain't trying to scratch like J-Rock. I ain't trying to undercut people and say, "Hey, I can DJ your party too." Some people are like, "Can you DJ?" Because when I tell them I'm an MC, "Oh, you a DJ?" No. Now, if you want me to come somewhere and play music, I can do that. I have enough music that I can play music. I am not a DJ. Don't call me the DJ. And J-Rock makes a considerable more amount than I do when we do shows. And sometimes, it does bother me, but I have to understand this is my position. This is my position. She's supposed to get paid more. See, the problem is we see people getting that money and we want to do it. Nah, player, that's not my position. My position is the MC, the host. This is my thing. I got my thing. I thought my theme was going to be accountability this year, but my theme is let me be the sand in your marble jar. I need a shirt. I am the sand in your marble jar. Right? Because your jar already full of marbles. You got all your big rocks, but your jar ain't full. I don't want to take over your jar. I don't want your grass. I'm going to stay over here. I got to stay over here. This is where God has put me. But so many times I see people trying to compare themselves or trying to duplicate somebody else's shit or trying to replicate somebody else's shit or try to take credit for somebody else's shit after they put in the work or get mad because they want to go somewhere before they shit grow. You can't put seeds in the ground and then just leave them alone. They're not going to grow. They're not going to grow. You are this person's friend just because of something that they can give you. You are this person's friend because how they make your status increases. But you ain't put no seeds in a relationship. You ain't put no seeds into yourself. Even you ain't watered the seeds that they gave you to become better. Y'all got friends that will help you go to the next place, that will help you climb to the next part. And you don't even cultivate that because you're too busy wanting to be like them. I hung with all the pretty boys. The niggas who mama had nice cars, went to Catholic schools and shit. I knew who I was. Since I was a kid, I knew who I was. I was not the pretty boy. I was not the guy who was going to pull up in a nice car like that until I bought my own. Until I got my own. But I was the cool dude. I was the funny dude. I was the talented dude. When we was doing our step shows in high school, I knew my position. I wasn't the guy that was going to come out and grind my stomach and have all the... I didn't want to be that. My grass is funny, talented, connection with the audience in a different way. I'm not out here trying to make trap music. I'm not out here trying to have rims and spinners. I'm not out here trying to be like any of my friends. I love my friends for the differences they have. I love my friends for the people they are. And we spend so much time wishing that we was over there with that green old grass. And I look, there may be times in my life where I felt like that. I wanted some of that grass, but I can't remember it. I can't remember it. I learned at a young age, I am who I am. I am who I am. I'm not ever going to be Mr. Popular. I'm never going to be Mr. America 2022. I'm not going to be no model. I'm not going to be the richest. I'm just not. I listen. We've been doing this shit for 6 years. I'd be happy as fuck when I look and see we got 150 views. I know I'm not. I know I'm not. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine with who God has made me. I am fine with who I have come to be in this journey of life because it's hard. It's hard being me. I can only imagine it's twice as hard trying to be somebody else. The hard part for me comes, and the hard part for a lot of us that stay on our side of the grass is people don't understand how we make our grass grow. You get that? People don't understand how we make our grass grow, and we have to. And I say this, you have to. You have to understand what it takes to make your grass grow. You have to find your right fertilizer. You have to water it X amount. Different lands have different types of grass. All grass ain't made the same. If it is, somebody, I need to Google that shit. Is all grass the same? Does all grass grow the same? I think not. I truly think not. And so we have to know what it takes before we get mad and quit on our yard. When we get mad and resign from what we're doing and we look at what somebody else is doing, we have to take the time to say, did we do everything we could? Did we do everything we could to make sure our grass grew? A lot of times and I'll segue into relationships. A lot of times we leave relationships and then we go back and think, did I do? And I know I do. Did I do everything I could have done? Because everything you need to do may not be easy. Everything you need to do may not be direct or have a direct effect. Sometimes you have to, when you water that grass. I went outside this today and I looked, I said, damn, the grass done grew. And we just had what, 1-2 days of bad water? The water. And the grass needs to be cut. You feel me? So, like, when you are comparing your life to other people, when you comparing them relationships, you see that cute relationship last last Sunday. It was a couple out and they had on matching clothes. It was so lame as fuck, but it was them. Like, but you don't know what they did to have to, or what they went through to have to get to that place to where they're wearing matching clothes out in public. To each his own. I'm not wearing no matching jogging suit though. Not to no club. Not to no club. But we look at other people's grass. We look at other people's relationships. We look at other people's jobs. And we don't pay attention to and we don't even ask. Because it's none of our business. We just assume that we know because we know what we went through. We know what we're going through. So I only can assume that they went through the same thing. Now there's an entitlement. You know, we see Europeans with certain benefits, and we see Europeans go through certain situations, and they're unfair. Racism's still alive. Don't make it seem like racism is not still alive. But I'm talking about within us. We see what somebody else doing, but we don't understand the work that it takes to go through that. We don't know the arguments, the misunderstandings. You know what I'm saying? The lonely nights. I am a man who is truly learning. Like, I've been on my own so long that I'm so, you get selfish. You get complacent. And this is why you get complacent. Because as grown people who can't tell us nothing, we also don't need nobody to tell us our grass needs to be cut. Or don't nobody need to tell us that our grass is horrible. We don't want to hear that. So as a grown ass man who the only person, not my mama, not my daddy, my grandparents been dead, my best friend, I don't answer to her. I don't answer to J-Rock. So as a grown ass man, I still have to realize that I don't know everything it takes to make my grass. I'm looking at my grass. I'm okay with my grass. But let's be real. My grass ain't green. See, if we go back to the saying, the grass is green on the side. The problem is that grass is more green than mine. Right? That grass is more green than mine. So how do I make my grass green enough that I'm happy and content with my grass? I have to cut my grass. I have to water my grass. I have to snip some weeds. I have to pick up the debris and the trash. I have to keep it clean. I can't wish the shit's gonna happen. I can't wish I go outside right now and all the trash that's blue in my yard is gone. It could be. Birds could have picked it up or it could have flew somewhere else, but I can't wish that. I gotta go check that and I gotta go clean that. And in relationships, before y'all go over to somebody else and think, oh, this woman is going to do what my other woman going to do, or this man going to take the place of this man, why don't you go check to make sure your grass is not dirty? Let me make sure my grass don't need watering. Look, man, I don't know everything, nor do I proclaim to know everything, nor do I proclaim that the shit that I talk about I don't go through. I think I've told y'all this before. This shit is therapy for me. As I sit here and talk, even thinking about work, like I said earlier, I don't want to be the guy who's not handling his business at work. I don't want to be the guy that's lacking. Hey, Jones, we need this done. You got this? And it's a catch-22 because they'll ask you to do a lot of shit. You know, at my job, hey, can you take care of this? Hey, I need you to do this. Hey, do you mind having this ready for Monday? And I be forgetting some shit. But I have the calendar so I can water my grass because I want to be on point. I see these videos. Of these male teachers and they make TikToks and they come out and all that shit and it's dope. I don't work with none of them. I might work with one black man at my school that would do that. I got 4. I got 4 black male teachers at my school. Four. And 2 of them are gym teachers. I got 2 that's counselors, 2 that's hall monitors. That's it. So I know even being an admin, I have to be a role model for these guys. I want them to secretly emulate or admire me. I feel like that's my job. I made it to this position because a lot of men that want to teach ain't go to college for whatever reason. So they have to pick up lesser jobs or, not teaching jobs in the school. They still in the school, but they have to do other things, right? There's 5 black men. There's 4 teachers. 1, 2, 3, 7. There's 7 black men in my school. 8, including myself. So for me, I have to make sure I check that grass over there. I can't lose my job. I can't be looking ahead like, okay, I'm getting this experience. I'm going to my next gig. I talk to teachers every day. They're like, man, you're so positive. And inside I don't be. Inside I be tormenting myself. But sometimes watering that grass, cultivating that grass takes that work. It's not gonna always feel good, y'all. It is gonna get, kind of frustrating to see everybody on my block, they grass getting greener than mine. They grass looking more beautiful. And I'm over here trying. Keep trying though. There's nothing wrong with trying. Like we've gotten into a generation, a time period where trying means that you're a horrible person. That trying means that you're not up to par as a human being. We do not have to get complacent or in our thinking that saying we're trying something. We get complacent when we stop trying and we just want, or we quit and we give up on ourselves. We give up on our relationships. We give up on our jobs. We give up on our kids. We give up on our friends. When we quit trying, when we quit trying to make sure our house, our yard looks good. Like think about it. Your house is a representation of you. If it look good all on the outside and don't look good on the inside, what that say about you? If it don't look good on the outside and it don't look good on the inside, what that say about you? My grandma used to tell me cleanliness is next to godliness. She was in that yard. My grandma was in that yard every weekend. I don't have a green thumb, but I know I gotta make some shit shake. You know what I'm saying? And that's my real yard. So if I could say that for my real yard, what am I saying about the foundation of my body, my spirit, my house? My house, my physical, my person, my being. And I need to make sure my grass is straight. It might take some shit sometime to make sure my grass is straight. It may take some tears sometime, some water to make sure my grass straight. It may take some digging and cutting off some weeds and some people to make sure my grass is straight. But if I work hard enough at it, if I don't let these tears make me quit, if I don't make these truths, these pains, and that's something that we don't think about. Like when we're cultivating our grass, we gonna dig up some pains that we have to be honest about. What are you talking about? How are we gonna deal with something if we don't want to deal with it? It sucks. We wish we lived in a world where we didn't have to deal with shit because we grown-ups and I shouldn't have to deal with it. If there's some shit in your lawn, you got to get it out. You can't leave it there. You got trash in your lawn. You got weeds. You got skeletons dug in your grass. You got to dig that shit up. and get rid of that shit. That's why your grass won't grow. That's why your grass won't grow. I I never thought I was going to talk to my mama again. I never thought I was going to talk to my mama again. I had left that in my grass. I had left her in my grass. And from the time I stopped talking to my mama until the time I really talked to my mama, I there was a hard spot. Like when you don't have your grandparents, your mama or your daddy in your life, it's really hard to know how to love. Like that love. Siblings are a little different. Siblings, we like our siblings, we don't like our siblings. But those parents, those surrogates, it's different. And I didn't know how to deal with it. And I didn't understand why I couldn't get where I needed to go. I had put her away in my grasp because I don't, I'm gonna just leave it there. One day I might dig it up, but I'm gonna just leave it there. I am not gonna throw you away. I'm not gonna throw you away. And I didn't have to dig it up. It just kept, as I tried to get close with my family, my mom was always around. I felt guilty about going to Atlanta and not seeing her. So I would start pulling up on her. And it's a weird relationship, but I talk to my mom now. I love my mom. I'm cool with my mom now. I'm good. I'm at a good place. And it's helped me appreciate and love people more. But my mom also taught me, like, I gotta come direct to you, because if not, you won't get those answers. You know what I'm saying? We have to consciously, and that's the key thing. We have to consciously purge ourselves of things and negativity. Like, I think that's part of me, of my asshole persona. I'm so honest with myself. I'm not the best. I'm not the best at giving myself advice, by no means. But I'm very honest with myself. I'm very honest with myself. But I try to keep myself away from the negativity and the things that can cause. Like, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I'm trying my best to keep my grass clean, watered. The shit's gonna fly in every once in a while, but you gotta get that shit out of there. Stop looking. I don't look at their grass. When I do look at their grass and I see that their grass green, I'm like, I gotta get my shit right. That's that's what I'm saying. I went outside, I looked at the lawn, I said, yeah, I gotta get my shit. I gotta get my shit straight, because I'm not in competition with you. I'm not in competition with you. I want my house to look presentable too, because that represents me. I don't want people to come to a bummy ass house. I live like that. I still do. I'm working on it. I had a funny disposition. My face is a fool, right? But I'm trying to come around. It's hard. It's hard. I'm true serum. I'm so used to being an asshole. I had a friend call me the other day and was like, "Do you hate me?" I said, "What?" She said, "Because you always cracking jokes. You don't never say anything positive." Just the other day, this happened to me, y'all. This happened to me. And I felt so bad. Like, I make jokes, and she was like, you think I can take it, right? I'm like, yeah, like, we always joke. We always say, but sometimes I just don't want to joke with you. And I said, "You right. You right. That's wrong with me." And because we don't talk a lot. So if I comment on a post, I'm making a joke or saying something that, you have to check your grass. I threw that in there. I put that in the ground. I planted that seed, and it was gonna grow. If I didn't check my grass and get that seed up, I could have ruined a friendship, because I don't want to check myself. It ain't that they grass is better. They check their grass. We have to check our own freaking grass, yo. With our kids, check your grass. Listen, it, I feel like I'm more old fashioned than women that call themselves old fashioned. Because even for kids, I feel like it's okay to get in that ass. Not whooping, but being like parents give kids too much freedom. I don't believe a 10-year-old should need a phone. Get a house phone. What a 10-year-old need a phone for? 10-year-old shouldn't be catching no bus. But even then, like, I think I was catching the bus at 10. I don't remember, but I think I was. I don't remember. It's so weird now. Like, kids need to be kids. Friends need to be friends. Lovers need to be lovers. Siblings need to be siblings. We're not going to see the same. Your grass and my grass are not the same. There are, like Lita say, there's different types of grass. So stop looking over here. You can come over here and help me. I'll come over there and help you. But we got to stop being jealous of each other's grass. We got to stop idolizing that grass over there, that green old grass, and start looking back at our grass. Like, yeah, you're right. You're right. I do want that grass. My grass is horrible. I think I was catching the bus at 10. I think I was catching the public bus at 10. If I missed the regular bus, I had to take the public bus. But let's look at our own grass. Let's look at our own grass and see what we can do to fix that. Because there's a lot of shit back there. And yes, it's gonna weigh you down. I'm gonna say this. My back stopped hurting as much. It still hurt. My shit hurt right now. I gotta get a better chair. I do. I got a chair downstairs. I just haven't brought it upstairs. But my back do be hurting, right? Like after the show, I be laying down, like my back be stiff as fuck. But my back started hurting less when I let shit go. When I stopped trying to hold, like even the other day, I had some shit happen at work and I had to let it go. I had to dig it up and get that shit out of my grass. I had to get it out my grass. It was turning some of my grass brown. And that brown grass was going into other parts of my grass. You feel me? That brown was starting to go into other parts of my grass. I wasn't watering my grass. I got to water my grass. Water your grass, people. Water your grass. Like, can't be lazy. Like, there's a commercial. You know, I watch wrestling podcast. Shout out to Steven Larson, and they do their ads or whatever. Hey, Steve, yeah, Larson, and they said if you only had one pair of shoes for the rest of your life, how would you take care of it? So I would make sure they're clean. One pair of shoes for the rest of your life. Make sure they're clean. Make sure they're good. Take good care of them. Why don't we do that to our brains? Why don't we do that to our bodies? Why don't we do that to our soul? We so busy wishing that our grass was somebody else's instead of looking at our own grass. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's stop looking at that grass. This is our one. This is our 1 yard. This is my 1 yard. This is my one piece of grass. Niggas, y'all couldn't handle 40 acres and a mule because you can't handle the plot you got now. That's you. You can't handle you being the grass, you being the roots. You are what grows in your grass right now. You too busy looking for the greener grass. It ain't putting no roots in your own grass. But you want me to give you some land? What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? They give you land. You don't even tend to your own grass. I have some reflecting to do. Doing this podcast helps me see where my areas are. And I want you to do the same thing. I want you to really reflect and say, are you doing everything you can to make shit what's up in your grass? Are you doing everything that you have to do to make yourself successful? At work, are you getting there on time? Are you doing your job? Are you answering those phones? Are you coming back from your break and from your lunch on time? You think don't nobody see it because they don't say shit. And then you surprised when you get laid off. I know God got something better for me. Listen, God ain't gonna play no tricks on you, right? And he not always gonna test you in that way. He gonna give you what you need and see what you do with it. It ain't no test. It ain't no test. What you gonna do with it? He could give you a new car and you get in a car accident 6 months later, wreck your shit because you ain't know what to do with it. He could give you a house and in a year you got to find somewhere else to stay. You back at your mama house. What are you doing with your grass? Listen, yes, there's inflation, but if you got a job, you should not be broke 2 days after you get paid. Ever. Ever. If you are working, your car should not be impounded ever. Like for mispayment. You niggas going on trips not paying your light bill. And then you wonder why your grass don't look like they grass. Let's be real. And I take trips. I rarely spend what I say I'm going to spend. When that adrenaline of your best life kick in, you spending money on everything. Now you coming back home busted. You might make it. You might have enough. But think of all the money you could have saved. Then when something happens, boom, now it's something else. You have to water your grass, cut your grass, mow your grass, weed whack your grass, get them cobwebs out the corners of your grass, find them dead animals and throw them away out your grass. Get that newspaper and that trash and that cup out your grass. Out your grass. Because your grass can be green too. We are all capable of having green grass. We are all capable of having green grass. And y'all are dope. So, I'm gonna end this. It's your boy. Spaceship Oasis the Incredible. This is Straight Talk with Spaceship. Please go to the YouTube channel. The YouTube right there. You'll see it on YouTube very shortly. Follow us, like us, subscribe, listen to all. This is episode 38. So for y'all that's just listening for the first time, that means I got 37 other episodes y'all can listen to of me running my motherfucking mouth by myself to myself for an hour. You know how hard that shit is to talk for an hour to myself? And hope y'all watching and listening, because some of y'all probably got the shit on and ain't paying attention to nothing I'm saying. And that's cool too. But if you share, you like the show, you subscribe, I'm going to beg for 300 subs. I'm trying to get 300 subs right now. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can go to the YouTube channel, The Wild Out Radio. You know what I'm saying? Straight talk with Spaceship. You know, I would appreciate that. I love y'all. I'm gonna keep y'all posted on the DJ review show. I'm gonna get that shit popping because I be missing y'all, and I know J Rock loves y'all, and she appreciates all y'all. It's your boy. Go and see Spaceship Oasis, the Incredible, and as always, bye.